Start recording here. Stop recording. Oh, there we go. Now it's recording. So those who just saw this video on YouTube, this is part of a stream that I did, well, a few days ago. I think I don't know when I'm gonna upload this video, but a little VFR flight around Spokane, Washington. And we're gonna start with a few touch and goes, and then we're gonna move on to the actual VFR flying when we get some sunset or sunrise. I mean, it's almost 6 o'clock. The sun should rise at 7:08 a.m. So approximately at 7 or 6:30 actually, we should be able to, get the sky a little bit brighter. Alright, we are here. Oops. PFC. Take off. What is this runway even? Location, local map. 03. And there is nobody on final, as can be expected at this time of day from, this small airport. Well, it's not small airport, but it's not the largest by any means either. Alright. Here we are. Just gonna trim it just a bit off, and let's go. Heels to the floor, full power. Airspeed alive. There's 50 knots, 60 knots, and just gonna update here real quick. And yeah. Down just a little bit so that we can maintain our airspeed. Everything is good. Well, we don't have the best frame rate in the world, that's for sure. There's the Spokane airport, the actual area where are all the terminals. I'm not gonna actually do any touch and goes because I'm just gonna climb up to where could I climb? We are passing 3,000 feet anyway. I'm gonna lean the mixture just a little bit to get better performance out of this bird, and I'm gonna turn southbound. There's a good look at the airport. Good performance. What is the time or the temperature? Well, it's not as cold as I thought it would be, considering the performance. But of course, we have light airplanes, so we don't have a lot of payload. Just me and fuel. And fuel is not necessarily a payload. Climb up to, I don't know, up to 5,000 feet or something. I'm gonna follow that highway there. Get a nice airspeed here actually. let's lean this so that we get as hot EGD as possible. It's approximately there. It's 500 feet per minute climb. Gotta be aware of the airport on our other side. Yes, I like flying when I have an off day from this brave enough tour. I like flying local VFR flights. I like flying with Piper Archer by Coronado, which is the plane that we are currently flying in, and then I like to fly with Cessna Caravan as well. I did the previous tour Lindsey did, the music box tour. I actually flew all the gear with the Caravan. It was 3,000 pounds of gear for each flight, but I now decided to get the game up a little bit and get the multi-engine aircraft so that I could have better payload and faster, better performance basically. There's some traffic in there. There's definitely a lot of traffic, as you can see. We have a total of 55 views as of now. Just have to try to figure out how to could I get more views, because it's it's fun to do, but I wouldn't like to do it alone, for myself only. And that's the reason I actually upload this to YouTube, so that you can see. This is not even that interesting flight, things get interesting when we get to like a hardcore IFR, because the thing is that when I fly for Lindsey, basically in simulator, simulating that, the thing is that I have to go wherever she goes, and that basically means that especially at winter time here in US, it's gonna mean some serious IFR weather, ILS down to minimums and stuff like that. I had several interesting occasions of that with the Caravan that I did, and now that I have a bigger airplane, more payload, it's gonna be even more interesting, so I'm definitely looking for that. And also during the winter time when it's cold, you have better performance out of your aircraft. They climb better, they consume less fuel, and they fly faster. How far we are from the Spokane WA? We are 3 miles now. It's showing our ground speed as 114. Our actual ground speed here is 124, and it's actually a bit increasing. It's gonna do a little turn in here, kind of see what's on the other side. Really shallow turn. Don't need to go no need to do anything special. That actually slows down our ground speed. It seems like we had a tailwind to this direction. Let's see, what is our fuel situation? Yes, I'm gonna switch over to fullest tank, which is down here, so we don't get fuel imbalance, or exceeding fuel imbalance basically, because there are limits for that. I'm gonna increase my bank here a little bit. up just a little bit to maintain the nose attitude. Should use some fruit in here to keep us coordinated. It's the airport we departed. Nice turn. You've now flown for 10 minutes, well, over 10 minutes actually. Gonna fly to this direction now. And is it just my eyes, or is there a trace of a rising sun? Rising sun, hold on, that, yeah, it is east, so that's the direction it's gonna rise. Race, or however you want to pronounce it. Let's see. Oh, we still haven't been able to get any views, which is nothing new. This is what you get when your airplane is totally trimmed. You know, you don't need to necessarily do anything. You don't even need to touch the controls too much or anything, so that's good. It makes the flying a lot easier. We are 4.9 miles from the Spokane WA, and we are just about to be a beam of that VFR. Actually, it's actually our right wing there, or our left wing, because this is when our ground speed is 0. We are exactly 4.8 miles from it, and we are a beam now. We are a beam now of the VFR, and you know, if we would want to, we could do like arc thing. We could circle around the VFR, you know, stuff like that, while maintaining the same distance, but we won't do that right now. But it's often used for approaches, and those are definitely some things that I'm gonna do when I get to that part of flying. You know, there are apparently going to be some points where I can do some VFR approaches into an airport. But usually there is RNAV available, but you know, it's good to, you know, keep yourselves familiarized with VFR approaches and older technology like that to keep your pilot proficiency. I've turned a little bit, but that's okay. And now keep this 090 degree heading. remainder of the flight. One viewer. Again, at one viewer. Well, it's better than nothing, I guess. I don't see anything else but lights on the ground at the moment, but as the sun is, rising, then it will become a little bit easier. I'm gonna turn back towards the airport, join the downwind and do one touch and go, and then and approximately at that time, I think we should have some sunlight as well. What is our fuel situation? Our fuel situation is almost equal, actually. There's the Spokane airport. What I should do, actually, I'm going to head this direction first and see then if I'm gonna do something special. Just gonna check the METAR. Check the weather for the Spokane airport real quick. Is it a new? Yeah, it is new report for sure. 260 degrees, 10 knots. Wind is increasing. 260 degrees. That has totally changed. Hold on. So it's good. It would mean that 270 degrees. So it would be runway 21. I'm gonna do runway 21 then. But here we are at the moment. Runway 21. That's where we're gonna land then. Actually, I'm gonna head straight towards the airport so that I can join the downwind for runway 21. That's the way I'm going to do it. And here are we, I guess. Our stream is still working. We are still streaming, yes. 6 miles from Spokane WA, which is that to like that direction. It's on the end of the ILS there. I'm gonna decrease the throttle a little bit here. This altitude, airport's altitude is like 2,000 feet. So we're gonna descend down to 3,000 feet. Or is it 2,000? It's 2,800 actually. Hold on, let me check real quick. From my charts, the elevation is 2,300 feet. Mixture rich and carb heat on definitely before we ice up. Throttle is at idle. We're actually gonna join. We're actually gonna join the left base for 2-1. Or is it 2-3? Oh gosh. How can I not remember it anymore? 2-1. It's 2-1. So it's gonna be DFC. Left base 2-1. And that's basically also showing that. And go. Oh, that was a horrible typing. That's not how it's pronounced. Let's see. Now it's better. Flaps 1. Flaps 2. We are pretty low here. And when we are on final, we'll be setting our final flaps. There is the runway, approach lights. We are so low, and we should not be turning this tight for sure. Oh gosh, yeah, it's gonna be a go around. Flaps up. It was a horrible one. Keep the carb heat on. Well, I'm not going to. It's going to increase our thrust if we don't have it, or if we have it. I'm going to fly heading 210 for now. There's our airplane, and yeah, we're pretty much off the runway line, but that's okay. That's okay. It's nothing too dangerous. Alright, we are actually on traffic pattern altitude already. We have a good performance in this bird. So I am definitely going to turn to like a crosswind leg halfway down the runway, pretty much. And we are actually very high already. This is not going as planned. It's not going good. pretty large airport actually, if we think about it. And carpet on. Mixture is rich. We are secured and our flaps are about to be set up. Flaps 1. Start my base leg at this intersection over here, or after that intersection actually. I'm gonna decrease the throttle just a little bit, just a little bit more. We're gonna have a nice base leg here. Idle thrust. Flaps 2. And I'm going to turn to final here. Turn final here, not turn to final necessarily. That's not proper grammar. We have a very short final here. We have a hard time if we want to avoid setting flaps mid-turn. Oh gosh, this is not going good. This is not going good. It's efficient. It's efficient. Flaps 3. We have no hurry touching down at the touchdown zone. We can touch down later if we want to, because we're gonna do touch and go anyways. There's plenty of crosswind. Oh, that's the reason, of course. I didn't take that into account. Oh, that was a horrible one. Alright. Flaps up. And this done floor full power. 60 knots. 70 knots. There's rotation. To have quite a bit of crosswind correction here actually. Otherwise we're gonna drift downwind. Oh yeah, we start to have some sunlight. You can see that. You can see that happening. Go for it. Crosswind leg. Reduce the thrust a little bit in here, and I'm going to pitch down, trim down quite a bit. Yeah, we did a little bit overturn, but now it's much easier to see the airport. There is our downwind, and there is the sunlight. Awesome. That's very good. We're again too high. This is not going nearly as good as I planned it would. I'm gonna leave my turn here. The reason is because I want to have some crosswind correction so that we don't get too close to the airport. We don't get too close to the airport. It's beautiful. And our carpet is hot. It is on. very nice airport, the Spokane airport, but it's definitely not the best freeware quality you can have on X-Plane. I recently visited at airport, the airport that I flew, I flew to Seattle from one airport, and that airport was amazing. I don't remember the name of it anymore, but I have its ICAO code in one document called Good Airports X-Plane. Those are good freeware airports that are outstanding in quality, and especially considering that they're freeware. Alright, let's have this one here. I'm gonna do a turn to our base leg now. I'm gonna take down this light, it's not needed anymore. I'm gonna dim down the instrument lighting here in a second as well. Wow, this is horrible, this is horrible. So it's going to work, but just barely. Alright, I have to start the turn already because the wind is going to be pushing us quite a bit downwind. So we gotta do this thing early. Flaps 3, I'm just gonna set my flaps already so that I have time to concentrate on this turn to final. Oh, we could trim the speed down just a little bit more. We are a hair low, but that's alright. You can see the windsock there actually, showing the crosswind action. Alright, there we go, much better approach than any of the previous ones. Oh boy. Alright, wasn't good landing. Flaps up, heels down the floor, full power. There's 70 knots, there's 80 knots, and yes. Down my instrument lights, not all the way already, but just a little bit. Alright, we have 3,000 feet to our pattern altitude. I'm going to reduce the thrust and start a turn for my crosswind leg. Oh gosh, that was a horrible one. Now I'm on a downwind for runway 03 basically. That's not good. That's not good. It's bearable though. It's bearable. Oh, doesn't it look beautiful? It looks magnificent. Our downwind turn, which is really short because I already kind of managed to fail it when I was turning crosswind. Here we go. And approximately at this intersection. Flaps 1. Reduce the thrust just a little bit, carb heat hot, and turn for a base leg. Gosh, we're sinking really fast. Sinking faster than we want to. This is going to be a full stop landing. have just gotten worse and worse by every lap. Alright, flaps 2. That's gonna decrease our speed quite a bit. I'm gonna trim it down even more. And here we go. I'm gonna increase the thrust just a little bit while turning base or final, or yeah, it's kind of base to final to landing turn. There really isn't any like short final type of thing. Just gonna increase the thrust so that we have sufficient airspeed for this turn. Here we go, flaps 3. Just a little bit of grab into the wind, a little bit of a correction with the rudder, throttle idle. Oh boy, that was another horrible landing. Alright, this wasn't good. It wasn't good by any means, but I think I just have to go with it. I don't need to use any brakes even because of the thing of the fact that this is so light airplane and this runway is so long. There is a taxiway sign. And yes, here we're gonna vacate. We have 30 knots of ground speed. We wanna break it out just a little bit. 25 knots is sufficient. We are so light after all. And then let's see where we are. those patterns. They are very interesting to say the least. These were actually pretty precise. I think it was this last one or something that got like really wide. Let's see if we follow that line. It's there. I don't know which line of that. Yeah. Well, whatever it is, that wasn't good. This one wasn't good. And the whole flight itself, we actually took off from this runway. We departed there, went all the way there, flew there, turned northbound, and then we joined the base leg, and after which we then proceeded here. There is actually the GA ramp, so I want to go there. That was perfect vacating. Nothing to complain there. And yes, guys, if you wanna know when I'm streaming again, I'll be streaming almost daily because of the Lindsey Stirling Brave Enough tour that is going on. I'll be flying from venue to another with 4,000 pounds of equipment on board, and I'll be doing that almost daily. So basically, you want to follow me on Twitter to get updates on when I'm going live. I'm also actually posting it on Facebook. Too, so you want to follow that one as well if you don't have Twitter. There is the ramp. Where should I park? I'm gonna park right next to that C-172. Landing lights off. Oh, I think I just took my beacon off. That shouldn't have been taken off just yet. But there we go. Now we can take landing light off, fuel pump is off, alternator off, battery off. Fuel is on cutoff, carb heat gold. And these are all the way down. All right, there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this flight, and I'll be back with you tomorrow.